Hey, in this video, I'm going to cover search status indicators. So if you have conducted a search via AirFlare Search Tools, and this could be for an AirFlare subscriber where you send them a location return notification from that initiate search button next to their profile. This could be for someone that is not an AirFlare subscriber. You send them out a location request text and they go through the process and they hit send location. You're generally sitting there waiting for that green reported icon to come back to you. And that means that you have coordinates for the subject, you know where they are, and you can carry on with however it is that you're going to resolve that incident. Sometimes though, you don't get back that green reported icon. And that's what this video is about. When you get something other than reported, what does it mean? Where can I go for more information? Is there anything I can do about this or not? So are there any instructions to me that I could potentially fix this or instruct the user how to fix the configuration error and move on? And then I do want to highlight in this video one specific search status indicator. It is the GPS denied disabled. I want to highlight this one because it is so common, and also because we, especially on iOS, resolving this issue is kind of a burden for both the guest and for the dispatcher, or at least historically it has been. We just released a new workaround, which will make your life a lot easier as a dispatcher when you do encounter this GPS denied disabled error for iPhone users. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to start in Web Console. And here you see the running list of searches that have been conducted. Here we have a search that was conducted for an AirFlare subscriber, and we got a green reported. Here we have a location request text that was sent out to someone who is not an AirFlare subscriber. And again, we got the green reported. So if I go ahead and double click on this record, I can see that my subject is at this location, plus or minus 1 meter, which is plus or minus 3 feet. If I view on a map, I can see that my subject is at that location. That's the happy path. Anytime you get a search status indicator back, which is yellow, in this case, we see an example, SMS sent. In this case, we see an example, delivered. In this case, we see an example, no report yet. Anytime you get a yellow search status indicator, that means you are somewhere in process to reported. So for example, if you send a location request text out to a AirFlare, someone who is not an AirFlare subscriber, you send them the text, you might get a search status indicator SMS has been sent. You then might see that status flip to delivered. That means the phone got the text message. You might then see it flip to viewed, which means that the subject, the guest, the subject on the other end has viewed. They've opened up the text message, and if they actually hit the hyperlink and hit send location and everything is good with the phone configuration settings, you will get reported. So yellow means you're in process to reported. Anytime you get a red raspberry, that means that something has gone wrong in that process, and the only way you're going to get to reported is if you intervene or the guest intervenes. You might be able to, for example, if you get a red raspberry that says no location from GPS, All that means is that the phone is somewhere. It might be in a basement. It might be under a big canopy of trees or underneath a cliff band. Sometimes you can intervene. If you send multiple searches, multiple location request notifications go to that phone, you might actually give that phone enough opportunity to get GPS coordinates and send them back. For GPS denied disabled, where you might be able to instruct the user how to turn their location services back on. So where do you go for that information? If you get a search status indicator back that is not green reported, if you click on that record, you will see a little information icon. That is one place that you can go for additional information. What does this mean? And is there anything I can do to fix this? If I click on this information icon, the subject device has not responded in more than 2 minutes. It may be off, it may be in airplane mode, or it may be out of network coverage. So this subject was an AirFlare subscriber. We have sent this person a location request notification, and it persisted on no report yet. So we're in the process to report it. And the reason we're stuck in that at that state is because this phone just never got back to us. And the reasons are because it may be off, it may be in airplane mode, or it may be out of network coverage. In process means that if this person simply turns the phone on, or if they take it out of airplane mode, or if they come back into network coverage, this process is just going to automatically start again, and you will likely get reported. But right now, this is the status. This is where the phone is. I'll go back up to one of these little red raspberries. This is a subject, is a AirFlare subscriber. If I double click, I have that little information icon. We are always going to give you the path of least resistance. So this is an AirFlare subscriber. They have AirFlare on their phone. There's a lot of different ways to fix this particular configuration error, but we've given you the shortest path. The user can fix this by simply starting up the AirFlare app and following instructions. This will inform the user how to go into, and they can just take care of this. They can get their location services on, and this process will kick off, and you'll get a reported icon. The other place that you can go, and it very often has additional or different information about how to resolve an issue. If you are watching this video, you are probably watching it from the airflare.com/training page. It's how you got to this video. If you scroll down on that page to general documents, you will see search status indicators desk reference. If you open that, there is a running list. For AirFlare subscribers, location return notifications. So this is the running list of all search status indicators that you might get back, including reported. And if this is someone who is not an AirFlare subscriber and you have sent them a location request text, this is the running list of all search status indicators that you might get back, including reported. Before I move on too far, I do want to highlight that this same information is in Field Console. If I open up a search status indicator with a red raspberry, GPS denied disabled, I will see the same information icon, and I can get the same information from clicking that little icon there as I got as a dispatcher in Web Console. So actually, let me get to the actual, the same search. That is not it. I just want to get to the same search that is on the subject device received, and this is the same search. The subject device received the location return notification. So same information. Lastly, in this video, I do want to highlight GPS denied disabled, especially for people who are not an AirFlare subscriber. This is for Android and iOS. We made this quite a lot easier. I am going to go into my phone. I am going to turn off my location services. So I have turned off my location services on this phone. And I am going to go ahead and send this phone a location request text. So we're going to pretend this person is not an AirFlare subscriber. So there's not going to be an initiate search button because they don't exist in the registry. We're going to send this person SMS location request. That text message is going to hit my phone. You notice the status went from no report yet to SMS sent. I'm going to hit that hyperlink. The status went to viewed. Okay. And now I'm going to hit send location. And, ooh, GPS error, denied disabled. If you are a returning dispatcher, you've dealt with this, and you've dealt probably with iOS users in which it was a two-step process to resolve this issue with them over the phone. I have actually left the old process in this document. So GPS denied disabled. For iOS users, we used to have you go to settings, privacy, location services on, and then two-step process. Settings, privacy, sorry, I need to stay in this call. Two-step process, settings, privacy, location services. Then you needed to go to Safari website. Then you needed to allow location access. This was a pain, and we know this. And so we recently released a workaround solution, which is pretty slick. We now give you these instructions. And it works for iOS and Android. And those same instructions are here for the user underneath the send location button. GPS error, permission denied. And what these instructions are now saying is go back to that text message, hit the plus icon. Again, it works on Android and iOS. Hit the plus icon and hit location. And that is going to tell the user location is off. It's going to take them into settings where they can turn on their location services. All they have to do now is come back to the text message, hit location, send the PIN. They do need to send the message, okay? And what that is going to do is it is going to flip the status to reported, okay? Down in your subject chat, you will see the search was started and the subject sent back their location, and it automatically flipped the status to reported. Pretty slick, a lot easier than instructing the user on a cold day to take off their gloves and go into settings and do all of this stuff. All they have to do is go into that text and drop a PIN to you. And for what it's worth, anytime they go into that text and drop a new PIN, it will update their location. If they've moved, for example, and they send you a new PIN, that will simply go ahead and update their new location for you. Awesome. I'm going to stop sharing here. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. So let us know. I mean, especially if this new iOS location denied disabled, if this has been a good improvement, we'd love to hear your feedback. We hope this makes your job a lot easier as a dispatcher, because we know going into settings has been difficult in the past. So cheers, and we'll see you guys in the next video.